Hello everybody, it is me Jack here and welcome back to our legendary Attila campaign. Today you join us as we're about to defend Gala, or I say we're about to, I'm going to auto-resolve this result, which is a different stance that I took compared to yesterday's video. I decided to just give it up, not really a settlement I'm interested in at the moment. I know I'm saying that for most settlements, but that is probably true. Toletum, again, I could win all these battles, but I feel like it's a pointless venture because I just get another uprising and eventually I'm just swarmed by huge numbers of uprisings. And I'm really not caring too much about defending these towns. Here's another one. And I don't care about this either, although I could win this. Don't care. I'll leave them to these rebel armies, and they'll act as a buffer between me and the enemy armies that attack us, which will be quite helpful. And eventually we will, of course, retake these territories from the enemy. Settlement sacked, as the game says. Settlement sacked. Your faction is now bankrupt, I know. Bankrupt, attrition. Rebellions. The usual. Our empire is beginning to crumble a bit, but it's not too drastic and terrible at the moment. These are some Ostrogoths, and in light of this, I will move this army to Aquileia here. Now, men are now seasick because they decided to travel the water, but it's not actually too bad. There's a disease in this city, which is always good, but it doesn't matter too much. Faction emerges Britain. I'm not sure. Are these the Britons? These are the Britons. Sorry about that. Facebook decided to make a noise there. I'll just close that quickly. There we go. The 10th, or is this the 6th Legion up in Britain here? Again, this isn't looking great, and the money issue is severe. I feel like the only way to deal with that would be to destroy one of these armies here, and it'll probably be this one. If I disband this army here, then we fix the money problem. The reason I did that is because it looks like we're going to lose Spain. Isn't something I'm too worried about. Lots and lots and lots of enemy forces here. This is the 30th Legion. I didn't even know they went up that high, but apparently they do. Public order there seeming to stabilise a bit. Still negative here. Wish I could fix that. Need to repair Ravenna a bit. This unfinished building is damaged and all construction is halted. Select it and click the repair button. Doesn't look like I can. Okie dokie, never mind. Maybe it's because I have no funds, that'll be why. Perhaps if no, never mind. Looks like we'll make some money next term. Food shortages have been fixed for now, and I think we'll hit end turn there. The trouble is, with my economy in such tatters as it is, there's not much I can do. Perhaps make peace with a few people. As you can see, my empire is slowly but surely crumbling. It's, it's a difficult thing to do. Low integrity. Also change, decimate that. And this also has very, very low integrity. We will decimate that unit as well. Hopefully that'll fix some of the low integrity problems that I am having. They've declared war on me. Don't really care. At this point, every man and his dog has declared war on me. They've burned up that settlement there, the Ostrogoths. This battle I will fight, I think, for the sake of having a battle in the video. Also because it's quite close to my frontiers and it is getting slowly but surely closer and closer. It should be interesting, to see how we do. It is quite a cool settlement as well. It looks quite cool. So I think we will do the best we can to defend it. 2 cohorts, Comita Tensei Spears, and 2 Sagittarii, as well as our Scout Equites. This is going to be an interesting one to defend. They have some very crappy spear units and crappy Germanic band as well. Some axe units, lots and lots of archers and skirmishers, and some cavalry, which is always good. It'll be interesting to see how we do against them. My door's open and it's really irritating me. I might go close that in a minute. This is a walled settlement, so that's quite good. It'll give us some nice defensive capabilities. The enemy, however, have got a hell of a lot of siege towers. And for that reason we'll block off that road here, I think. I'm considering falling back to here where their siege tower advantage won't be quite so overwhelming, and I think I will do that and just sort of defend this inner walled plaza here. Get these men in defensive testudo. Take my scout equites, chuck them around the outside. This cohorts is holding there. There's a large opening here which is very irritating, and in fact my unit can't even stretch all the way across. In fact, for that reason, I'm going to get rid of that wall there and place it there. That should help hold that bit. I'll take my Komita Tensei spears and deploy them here as well. Set these men, even, not this men, into defensive testudo. And then these archers here to rain fire and death upon the enemy. This Legio, I accidentally moved the wrong one there. So we'll put that like that. And it looks like we will get very rapidly encircled and we'll probably lose this, unfortunately. But it's the best I can do in a short amount of time. And I say in a short amount of time, but I mean because we're screwed. The enemy approaches, we'll just speed it up so that, you know, we don't have to wait for too long whilst the enemy approaches. And once they do that, I'm just going to go and close my door. Right, I'm back. I'm sure you're all glad to know about my door closing activities, but, you know, some people might be interested in that sort of thing. I don't know. We are heavily outnumbered. Thank you, Mr. Screenman. The enemy, they look like they've got considerable numbers of units. I mean, we're probably going to get absolutely smashed here. I say this almost every battle, that we will get almost absolutely smashed. Set these men into defensive testudo as well. The archers, if I switch to a flaming shot, should do quite well to lower the enemy's morale. My towers will probably get a bit of damage and some kills against these guys. Perhaps set a siege tower on fire, who knows. Again, we'll speed up the time because, as we know, siege towers take forever to push to the walls. Yes. It doesn't look like we're going to win this, guys, but I just wanted to pick it because, A, it's a really cool map to fight on it. I mean, it looks pretty cool if you ask me. And, B, you know, we've got to fight at least one battle a video, otherwise it's just me blathering over the campaign map as I cry internally at the fact that I can't actually do anything because it's legendary and I'm probably really crap at Total War. I think that's probably I should have realised by now. But oh well, doesn't matter. We will do our best. The enemy are now capturing the towers here with their Gothic warband, taking some hits though, and our archers are putting some shots into them. As my cohorts holds this position here, it looks like the enemy could just charge straight up at us, but we'll see how it goes. Enemy captured the gates and destroyed those towers. That's a bit irritating. However, there is this tower here continuing to fire on them. Unfortunately, they're going to take that as well as the Germanic band, lightly armoured axe unit, you know, approaches our tower. Enemy now getting closer and closer as our Sagittarii fire down onto them. Putting some good shots in, hopefully. Setting at least burning a few men. The cohorts that I have here, I really need to upgrade to Legio, and I'm not sure the best way to do that. I imagine it would be to upgrade the military buildings, but perhaps it's done through research, I'm not sure. Speed up the time again here, just whilst they get closer and closer. Putting some fire down onto them. Doing quite well. Well, I say doing quite well, burning a few of them at least, which is all we really need. Looks like the enemy aren't going to go for a flanking maneuver. It looks like it'll be just a straight up charge down the middle. So I will pull this cohorts unit back and in fact round to here, leaving this spear unit to guard this bit here. If I take them out of defensive testudo and move them to here, I can run them round and maybe defend that bit there. I'm going to bring this scout equites round and hopefully get some rear charges into the enemy. I mean, end of the day, it is a single unit of cohorts holding back what appears to be the entire Gothic nation. And I can only hope my Sagittarii do some damage to these guys as they run about. Putting some fire onto them, maybe not run into the enemy. That would be great, guys. I'm not sure why you need to move before you can fire. They were in a perfectly good position before, but never mind. Cohorts taking lots of hits here. I'm going to set these guys into defensive testudo as well. In fact, Why don't we just leave this spear unit in defensive testudo just in case? In fact, no, I will take them out, flip them round, and have a sort of last-ditch defense in this position here. Although that doesn't seem to be what they want to do, for whatever reason. My archers are doing, the best they can to whittle down the enemy's health here. Towers should be firing a bit. If we look at the overhead map, there is no overhead map in this battle for some reason. Perhaps it's because it's legendary difficulty, I'm not sure. I will just speed it up because we are going to lose this, and I am dropping a few frames here because of the fact that not only is it a massive battle, but there's firing flaming arrows and all sorts going on. That cohort's unit is broken. Oh well. Still got this one in defensive testudo. Yay! They're going to do great, aren't they? No. Last unit with the general in. Move them into defensive testudo here as well. This cohort's unit still fleeing. I mean, there's not much we can do here, and I know I will lose, so I'll speed it up even faster. We did manage to rout at least one unit, which is probably better than I was hoping for. We'll just set these men up here to defend this location. Wonder how much this will mess up the testudo if I set these men up in testudo as well. Like this. Actually looks quite cool, I think. Maybe? Kinda. A little bit. Turn these men off fire at will as well. My archers decided to just stop firing because they targeted the wrong unit. Our men do indeed run from the enemy because they are cowards. Oh well. Archers pouring a lot of hurt down onto the enemy here. We are running at, triple game speed just because I want to get this over and done with, and we will lose. So, the quicker the better. Sagittarii, just get them to fire at anything, really. I mean, we're routing a few enemy units and inflicting quite a few casualties, but at the end of the day, they have a massive superiority in numbers, and there's not much you can do when you're defending a city and you have that many men against you. I will move my scout equites around, or in fact I'll just put them here in this position here, just so I can maybe get a rear charge and perhaps kill the enemy general. I mean, they're a Germanic noble and they look like they have lots of armor. That Legio unit has broken, so our archers will do their very best to not die, fingers crossed. Doesn't look like they're doing very well, as expected. I will charge this scout equite unit into the back of the general here, although they don't want to go the way I want them to. They seem to have captured the gates, which is an interesting thing. We will get them to burn down the gates with our cavalry, I guess, or knock them down. I'm not entirely sure. Yes, they are deciding to bash them down. Our spear unit doing the best he can. Perhaps I should have pulled my men across the bridge. That would have been quite an interesting battle. Maybe one for another time if I'd pulled my men back across the bridge. But yes, we will lose this because my men can't break down a gate. But oh well. Could be worse. We have lost a victory point. I don't actually know what that means. I mean, I'm sure it means something, but it doesn't seem to be affecting our chances of winning at all. And yeah, my cavalry are just sort of taunting the enemy outside the gates. Hopefully one or two will come through. Our spears have routed, and our archers will too, I'm sure. The cavalry will flee as well. I'm sure they'll just surrender or whatever. I don't really care if they die. I just want them to either run away or do their best to kill someone, but it doesn't seem like they can. And they just like to run away when you click an attack order, even though the gates are open. Oh well. Seems like it's a lost cause at this point. Perhaps we can mow down some of the outside units? No, doesn't seem like it. 55 men remaining. We will attack. No, and we've shattered. Right. It says close defeat. I think that's ridiculous. We did kill a lot of them though, which is, quite good considering of the situation we were in. The people who do they get? Who got the most kills? Yeah, these Germanic sort of axe warriors, warbands, I think they were, killed quite a few. Their skirmish unit's not really doing much. I mean, it wasn't a great battle, obviously. We knew we were going to lose. But we did the best we could. So this city is lost. Sirmium, but oh well. No one really cares about that. Again, outer territory, could be worse. Ostrogoths will absolutely raze it to the ground. Okay, Ostrogoths. Thanks for that. That'll make taking that back later a bit of an issue, but it doesn't matter too much for now. They have large armies coming in as well. Lots and lots of Ostrogoths. The Vandals, not too worried about them. They don't seem to have declared war on us yet. The Franks, running about. The Frank and the Beans. The Saxons, nobody. The Jutes are going to come and land and attack Rotomagus. Just auto-resolve that. We've lost. I mean, look, we have like 40 men in a unit, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we recently got beaten down as well there. So we've obviously lost that battle. This isn't going well so for now, but I mean, could be worse. We still hold on to Italy, at least. We defeated a rebellion there. I want to improve public order, but I'm not entirely sure how. So if anybody would like to comment on the best tactics for improving public order, that'd be great. Lots and lots and lots of people who are at war with us, but aren't actually attacking. Spoke too soon. They seem to be coming forward to attack Carthage, which will be an interesting one to defend. The ancient city of Carthage, we will probably get absolutely smashed in it. Britain, Gaul will attack somewhere. Could probably fight this out. Not too interested in it. Or just hit end battle there. Or I say end battle, I mean auto-resolve, you know what I mean. And of course we lose because, you know, this is a legendary campaign and the enemy are unbeatable unless I'm fighting them. More Gaulish men running around, not really doing much. Hispania going to attack us. And another one there. And another one there. Yeah, we probably won't win this. Auto-resolve. And if they take it, I'm happy to let them, you know, have it. I'm really not interested in protecting these settlements at all. It could be worse, I guess. You know, they could be ones closer to the Empire that we're losing. I say to the Empire, to the center of power. The West Roman separatists attacking us in looks like southern tip of Italy. Could probably win this. Probably best we fight this one. I think we will. We'll go for it. Right, this looks an interesting one to defend. New map, haven't seen before. Enemy units are not looking particularly scary. They only have one or two sort of melee units and quite a lot of cavalry, so it looks like we could do quite well here if we defend it well. Garrison Fleet will provide us with a unit of light Roman Marines, and the AI has decided to attack during the worst possible weather because, you know, they love doing that. Thanks, AI. Well, looks like the best we can do is set up a barricade there. I'm going to put my archers on it with flaming shot. Other entrances include here and here. I will land this. I can't even see the sea. I mean, come on, dude. Looks like we'll be able to land here. Just hit start battle, land them. And then I will move this spear unit with my general to here. You know, don't really care about your speech, man. And then move this unit to here. It's the best we can do in this position. I have realised I haven't taken my equites out, so I'll move them around here. And then actually to here. Enemy approaches. We'll speed up the battle to get them in. Our Roman light marines have landed, and I will set them up sort of here-ish, which would be quite good to defend. Doesn't look like we're going to do very well, as ever. I mean, we're always attacked, aren't we? We are the Romans. That is how it goes in a legendary West Roman campaign. I probably should have done an easier one to start with. It's my first ever YouTube video, but oh well. I say first ever YouTube video, I mean first ever YouTube series. But never mind. It could be worse, I guess. Our archers firing at some men. Target the enemy cohorts, please. Turn off fire at will. The enemy is going for our general, but it doesn't matter because they were in defensive testudo. And who just routed? Someone did. Oh dear, my equites. I wasn't paying attention at all. Oh dear. We didn't need them anyway. They're lame. Oh well. This, I thought that was a unit, and it's actually a bunch of pots. Nice one, Jack. The archers continue to fire on the cohorts there. These Roman light marines, going to pull them back to here just in case this situation gets worse. The cohorts are doing okay against the enemy cavalry for now. Our spear unit should be winning decisively. I mean, it is a cavalry against spear unit. That's how these things work. Get my Sagittaria to fire at these cohorts with heavy shot. And at point blank, it should do quite a lot of damage. It's an ambush, apparently. Right here, you know, I'm not entirely sure how they think it's an ambush, but apparently it is. Archer's doing a lot of damage at close range here. Really, really, really hurting that cohorts. And then they got a Foederati spears behind it with lots of light armor. We'll continue to fire at that unit there. The barricades are under attack, I do know that. And for that reason, I'm going to pull the Roman light marines back out of that position and into this one. However, it does look like we could beat down the cohorts, and we did, we broke them. Now time to attack the Foederati spears. Although the ammunition count on this unit is about to run out by the looks of it. Oh well. Attack the cohorts, please. They're more dangerous, I would say. So at close range, you know, we can do whatever we want against them. Barricade's still holding quite strong. And our unit's out of ammunition, so I will pull them back to about here. Spear unit, still just about holding the line against this huge blob of enemies. This cohorts I will move. I don't know whether we actually did any damage to the enemy there. I probably should have turned these guys off fire at will, but oh well. Move them forward to this position here. Once the barricade is destroyed, we will charge that unit and hopefully break them. Our cohorts approaching here. Best we charge these guys in the side and throw our darts at them. Could do a lot of damage there. We did indeed do lots of damage. Pull these men into the fight. Probably ruined their charge a bit there, actually. The enemy is about to break through this barricade, and on that moment, we will charge into them. They feel they're confident, but our Roman light marines should do quite well against them. Hopefully. We will throw these archers in as well now they're out of ammunition. They don't really serve a purpose. Attack the enemy mounted brigand. At the moment, it's not looking too bad. The enemy have invested all of their forces into this sort of blob here. And we've routed one unit there, the cohorts. And hopefully the Foederati spears will also break in a minute. And then we can pull both of these units around and help this fight here. Fortunately, my cohorts seem to be losing lots and lots and lots of men because it claims they're being attacked in the rear, even though they're clearly not. I mean, I don't really know where they're getting that idea from. So if we charge this unit back in now. There we go, we get another throw of our javelins. We did win that fight down here, so I'll pull these men up here. The Germanic hunters are getting shot at by my tower. Looks like we could win this as it stands. I mean, see how this fight turns out. It depends. This I was going to say spike unit. I meant pikes. I'm not really sure where spike came from. I guess it's a mix of spear and pike. The light marines pull them into position here. Could win this, I think. I'm quietly confident. I often say I'm not, but I think we could do quite well here. I don't know. It's looking, you know, either way. It could go either way at the moment. I wish my general was not in that unit there, but it's the best I can do. I don't feel like I should invest these people yet. They can be a sort of stopgap measure. I routed 2 enemy cavalry units. They don't seem to have the knowledge to sort of just come round and attack through here, but never mind. That's probably an advantage for us. Our swords are doing well, the cohorts. We, you know, it's a bit of a mix of winning and not winning. If I bring this unit through here, the enemy cavalry can just push through our men, of course, because it is cavalry in Attila, and that's how it works. If we just move these men around here to positions like this, we can get a good charge into them here. The Equites Dalmate and such. The charge was slightly put off by the fact that there's a big wall in the way, but oh well. It says the men are wavering. That is our general. We will invest this archer unit into a fight here. We'll see how they do. Sort of skirmishing. They don't have any armor or anything, but it's the best they'll be able to do versus just sort of standing there. Our men now seem to be chopping down the enemy cavalry, doing quite well. Our spear unit is no longer wavering, which is always nice. We've routed that enemy cavalry unit. It was just the pikes and the general left. We'll see how that goes. I mean, it is just sort of grinding down the enemy. It's not the most interesting of fights that involve lots of battle tactics, but I'm sure as the game progresses, we will get more and more sort of open field combat as we break down these sort of rebellions, or I say break down the rebellions, I mean more lose all of the empire and then sort of build it up again. It'll be interesting to see whether I just get defeated, though. I think it's a bit of a learning experience, you know. It'll be interesting to watch this back and see what I could have done better, what I could have done worse. Charging these men in. Broken the pike unit. Now, the enemy general has 100 men. We have a lot more in total, but lots of them are sort of archers and very weak spear units. So if I charge them, the enemy pikes, they don't seem to know what they're doing. It's basically our men versus theirs in a straight out slugfest now. We'll see what we can do. 5 minutes remaining on the timer before the episode gets too long. We should be able to win this. I will just speed up the time because there's no tactics involved here. It's just a grind out of whose units will last longer. And at the moment it's looking like theirs will. If I bring these men... bring our sort of light Roman marines round and then charge into the enemy here, we should do a bit better. Our general, with his spears, we can bring back into the fight if he doesn't break. He's looking quite confident. I mean, I am looking quite confident. So is the enemy general, apparently. But we are slowly but surely killing him. They are being ground down. He's now shaken, which is good. The men are wavering. They always are. And again, the spears were out. But I'm not too interested in those. They are shaken and... again, my spears retreat and then come back. Because, you know, that's a totally realistic mechanic. Never mind. Cohorts are being smashed at the moment. I mean, it's an interesting fight. I mean, it's, you know, to see how well this Palatina Guard unit does. Now the spears are completely shattered. We could actually lose this, which is a bit irritating. I probably should have gone for a rear charge with my archers, but oh well. The Palatina Guard do have 60 men left, 68 even. They're probably going to win this, just because they are a stronger unit. The Germanic Hunters, I'm not really sure what they're up to. 62 men left. They are slowly but surely being ground down, and it's a matter of who will be left at the end, really. It's going to be close to see who wins. Archer, everybody's looking a bit shaky now. Confident, shaken, and shaken. It's probably going to be we drop out. It doesn't look like we'll win this, unfortunately. It's a shame because we nearly did win. If we just break the enemy general, that's all we need to win this. I don't think it's going to happen though. And unfortunately not, those units have routed. Although they have immediately come back in, so we can maybe charge the enemy, see if we can get a sort of charge bonus into him. See what we can do. Doesn't look like much from the charge, unfortunately. These aren't cavalry units, so it is... and our men are all wavering. I think we have lost this, unfortunately. Our men run from the enemy, yes. Unfortunately, it is all over now, I think. Although the Roman... they do keep coming back, you know. We'll charge them again, see what we can do. Into the side and rear. They keep getting rear charged, which could break the morale. But it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Unfortunately, the cohorts have now broken. It's just the archers left. Cohorts are back in the fight. Attack this unit again. Maybe the Roman light marines will rally. Probably not. They look like they're just gone. Bring these guys round. Maybe we could get a rear charge and turn this fight around. Doesn't look like it. No, it's all over, unfortunately. The Roman light marines will lose in a straight-up fight against the Palatina guards. Oh well. We did our best. It's a valiant defeat. I would agree with that assessment. We could have been a... you know, we've put a big hurt on the enemy. All that was left was their general with 217 kills. He really, really did very well. Our Scout Equites, unfortunately, got 0 kills. They would have been the deciding factor there, had I not forgotten about them. But oh well. Rhegium in the south of Italy. We will take it back eventually. I've said that about many things in this campaign. But we will take it back. We will send an army down. Depends. They didn't even take the settlement, actually. They've declared war on me. I don't really care. You know, I've been declared a war on by lots and lots of people. You know, I'm used to it by now. Armies running everywhere. They killed the West Roman separatists. That's very interesting. This army, we will win this. Like, straight up. We'll just auto-resolve this. Like, I'm not sure what that army thinks it's doing. I think part of the issue is all of our buildings are damaged, so not getting very much income because of the constant raiding. If we take on warriors there. That's probably one of the reasons our income is so low. Settlement sacked in the desert. Is Carthage under siege? It is, and we will lose this fight as it stands, unfortunately. Faction destroyed. The West Roman separatists have been destroyed. That's always good. Lots and lots of attrition. We're starting to make some money, but it seems to be as soon as we start to make money, the food runs out, and then as soon as we start to make food again, the money runs out. You know, it's not... for some reason we're abandoning that. Why can't we repair it? Oh, it costs a lot to repair. Maybe we just abandon it. Probably a good plan. Abandon that one as well. Abandon these outer territories. Salona still stands. Probably not for very long. What buildings need repairing, I think, is important to find out. Because that will help boost the income. Here we can repair Syracuse. And that I can't afford to repair. Never mind. Carthage is under siege and filled with plague and everything bad. The Third Legion is not going to last very long, unfortunately. They've got a full stack of enemy here and a large number of rebels there. It could be worse. I'm trying to remain confident, quietly confident. Where can I... Aha, I can't even afford that one. That's always good. So I think probably end the episode here, whilst we slowly but surely lose more and more of our territories. I will end the episode here, guys. Thank you very much for watching. My name has been Jack. Please remember to like, comment, rate, and subscribe. And I will see you all next time. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.